Beehive State is one of the fastest growing tourism destinations in the country, and for good reason. Utah has all kinds of incredible landscapes, national parks, and also built up areas for any tourist to enjoy. Hey everyone, my name is Kyle, and this is the Via Travelers YouTube channel. If you are new here, do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you find this video interesting and want more videos like this. On top of the fact that the Beehive State is incredible landscapes, the state is smaller than you think. Most of the best spots are concentrated just in the southern tip, so you can visit almost all of these areas in one trip to Utah. Let's take a look at the 10 best places to visit in Utah. Number 10, Zion National Park. Utah is filled to the brim with national parks, but perhaps none of them are as well known as the iconic Zion National Park located in the state's southwest. Zion Canyon is the main attraction of this park, and it can give you some of the most spectacular views in the world. Zion National Park is super easy to drive in thanks to the 6-mile road that can give you amazing views of the park. There are countless canyons for you to explore and hidden spots for you to discover. Get a workout in. There are also many hiking trails with varying levels of difficulty. They're all worth it for that final view. If you're a bird watcher, this park is practically heaven, since it has over 290 different species of birds. Just visiting this park alone can make your entire Utah trip worth it. Number 9, Salt Lake City. Simply can't visit Utah without also visiting the largest city in the state, Salt Lake City. Not only is SLC incredibly diverse and rich in history, but also has a thriving nightlife with a lot of great bars, clubs, and special events. And that's relative for Utah in general. Aside from that, it happens to be one of the best family-friendly destinations in the entire country, with countless parks, museums, and recreational activities to offer. It's a skier's paradise with 11 ski resorts located just an hour away from the city. The city is an outdoor paradise in both the summer and the winter. Salt Lake City receives a lot of snow, and its residents refer it as the greatest snow on earth. And trust me, they're not wrong. The city has a surprisingly extensive public transportation network for its size, what makes it super easy to get around without having a car. Number 8, Monument Valley. Monument Valley is located on the border between Utah and Arizona. It sort of combines the best of what both states have to offer. The landscapes here look like they could be from Mars, and it's the perfect place to get some amazing shots for Instagram. There's plenty of sights to see here too, and you might just come across some areas you've seen in movies like Forrest Gump, Stagecoach. So make sure you observe with your eyes wide open. But the most amazing part about this attraction is the history and significance it has with the Navajo Native American tribe. The Navajo Tribal Park is located within the valley, and there are a lot of authentic tours you can take on horseback while you learn more about Navajo culture, cuisine, and way of life. Most of these tours are operated by native Navajo guides, and it's a great way to support the community. Number 7, Park City. One of the things that put Utah on the global map was the 2002 Winter Olympics. They're often considered the best Winter Olympic Games ever. And that's entirely because of how amazing both the conditions and the sports infrastructure around Park City are. Park City is probably the best location on earth for winter sports, with all kinds of different difficulty levels in sports like skiing, sledding, snowboarding, and so much more. Park City is also home to the annual Sundance Film Festival in January and February. So it's absolutely essential for a film buff to visit. But not everything in Park City is made for winter though. During the summer, there are some amazing options like whitewater rafting and ziplining for you to try. Regardless of the time of the year, Park City is one of the best attractions in the entire state. Number 6, Bryce Canyon National Park. If you want to leave the planet without actually spending millions of dollars and hopping on a spacecraft, then look no further than Bryce Canyon National Park. Although it's technically not a canyon, this park offers some of the most out-of-this-world views you will ever see in your life. Everywhere you look, you'll see nothing but these bright orange, red, spiky rock formations called hoodoos. This national park is practically the only place on Earth you'll see sites like these. So visiting a one-of-a-kind region makes a lot of sense when you're on your trip to Utah. The great thing about Bryce Canyon is that there aren't nearly as many tourists as some other national parks like Zion. You already know that everything there is going to be pristine and untouched. Go further into the canyon, there are countless places for you to explore, hike in and discover. Number 5, Provo. Provo is not as well known or large as Salt Lake City or some of the other major cities in the area, but it truly is one of the coolest cities in the entire state. Fun fact, Provo is the happiest city in the entire country. But what makes it so special for tourists? Provo is surrounded by some of the most gorgeous views of the Rocky Mountains you can get in Utah. There are over 100 different restaurants in this small city thanks to its cultural diversity. Provo is also home to a lot of different festivals, such as the America's Freedom Festival held every July, and the Hispanic-themed festival Latinoamericano held every Labor Day to commemorate the city's diversity and Latin American culture. Like a lot of other Utah cities, there's also a strong outdoor vibe throughout. If you're planning on staying confined in your hotel room for the entire trip, this isn't the city to visit. Number 4, Capitol Reef National Park. Capitol Reef National Park is one of the most underrated national parks in the entire country. This massive national park is open year-round, and it encompasses an area that's over 240,000 acres. You'll never run out of things to discover here. The Water Pocket Fold is a 100-mile-long natural phenomenon that has formed a massive wrinkle into the Earth's crust. The scenery is reminiscent of the Grand Canyon, along with some other national parks in Utah, like Zion and BRYCE. There's a lot of history in Capitol Reef. Petroglyph carvings created by ancient Native Americans being clearly visible on a lot of rock walls you see in the area. It's the perfect place to simply get lost in, take a lot of pictures, and learn some history about how people used to live here. Number 3, St. George. St. George is the perfect city for you to experience a lot of a different side of Utah. It's located next to the state line with Arizona, which makes it look like more of an Arizona city than a Utah city. It's one of the warmest cities in the entire state and one of the few that doesn't get covered in a blanket of snow every year. The city is considered a gateway to Zion National Park and Las Vegas, but also has a lot to offer itself. The city has a rich music scene with a lot of concerts being held every weekend by local artists. Places like the St. George Children's Museum and the Dixie Center make it perfect for families. And if you're visiting alone, there's also a thriving nightlife in the city that gives it the perfect, fun, small town vibes. Number 2, Arches National Park in Moab. Arches National Park is one of the most iconic parks in the entire state of Utah. While its relief is quite similar to some of the other parks in Utah, taking a closer look at it will show you why it's truly magical. There are over 2,000 naturally formed arches located all over this national park, which is what gives it its name. Some of these natural rock formations will absolutely blow you away with their sheer beauty, and you'll be shocked to know that these aren't man-made at all. It's home to some of the Insta classics like the Balanced Rock, the Courthouse Towers, the Delicate Arch, and the Double Arch. It also has a thriving wildlife with unique species like the kangaroo rat, the spadefoot toad, antelope, squirrel, falcon, collared lizard, and so much more. Number 1, Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. Now, this is a monument that's located in one of the national parks we already mentioned, Bryce Canyon. But it's so amazing that it deserves its own entry. If you're looking to get single best view in the entire state, then look no further than Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. It encompasses an area of over 1 million acres, and it's basically an endless trail of discoveries, history, and beauty. There are all sorts of natural rock formations, arches, hiking trails, waterfalls, canyons located all over this national monument. And you could say that it has a little bit of everything located within it. If you are looking for just one scenic attraction to visit in Utah, then the Grand Staircase has it all. That's a wrap for the 10 best places to visit in Utah. What's your secret spot in Utah? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Via Travelers YouTube channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one. Cheers.